Hey there, it's Kerry with my weekly look ahead for October 19th to the 25th. In addition to my monthly forecast, which I've been doing for 25 years, I've been doing this weekly look ahead for a few months. Tell me if you like it. Tell me what you want to see more of, or tell me something. Okay, so I'm at my yoga studio today. I'm in between classes. I'm trying to get this done because I got stuff to do today. So let's take a look. This is what you're seeing here in this chart is actually today. So this is Saturday, October 18th. What happened last night was that Jupiter cruised over the border into Cancer. You can see it at 0 degrees 1 minute, Cancer there. So that today is kind of the big day. I've been thinking and talking about this day for a while based on this Jupiter going into Cancer event. And you can read more about it or listen on my podcast to the monthly forecast. But I've been calling this a Jupiter in Cancer preview because next May, at the end of May, we're going to have Jupiter go back into Cancer for his main transit there. So this is just a little eke over into Cancer. So I think we're going to feel some things from this Jupiter in Cancer thing in the next 6 or 7 weeks. So here's the schedule. Jupiter goes into Cancer October 18th. And then on November 11th, Jupiter will turn into direct motion. He's not even reaching 1 degree of Cancer. So just toe in, take a retrograde on November 11th, and then by December 5th, Jupiter will come back into Gemini. So I think this is going to be a preview. I feel like things may manifest during this time that might be inspiring or puts you in a direction or gives you some information or wisdom. And don't be bummed out if it doesn't really manifest, because I feel like this is like, hey, this is a potential. This is a future thing you can build. And so it might be an inspiring time to kind of see what we might be really going for starting next year, May, June, okay? Because that's when Jupiter's going in for his main Cancer transit. Okay, so that's today. This just happened. I'm going to advance us forward. So now you're going to see Sunday the 19th. Okay. Okay, my main keyword for this week, I feel like, is polarizing. I feel like there's polarization happening. Just take a look at the lower right corner. We've got like a cusp of planets occupying those 4 signs. And then up here, there's Saturn and Rahu on the other side. I feel like there's this kind of us and them thing going on because of that. There's Saturn and Rahu, which I think about as all of the people, the masses, all the humans, all the regular people are over there on one side, and then we've got this other kind of group of planets over here. And for the most part, the moon isn't really going to go that far. It in my 1 week things that moves about 4 squares per week. So anyway, as we start out Sunday, we've got the Venus and Moon in Virgo. And they're both in the nakshatra of Hasta. Hasta is ruled by the moon itself, and Hasta means hand. So it's a nakshatra where there's, it feels like a lot of action, mental and physical, can happen. It's ruled by the moon, but it's placed in a Mercury sign, Venus and moon together. Oh, and by the way, get up really early in the morning, Sunday morning, and look at the moon and Venus. It's going to be really cool. Even today it was really cool, the crescent moon with Venus up there. So I like to actually look at those guys up in the sky. So that is kind of the kickoff of the week. I feel like things are going to move this week. I do. I feel like even though the moon is sliding into the new moon, by the end of the week, we're also going to have Mercury move out of Libra and into Scorpio. So think polarized, think things are moving, think Jupiter's giving me a preview of maybe what's to come next year. A lot going on this week. So That is the kickoff of the week. Venus and Moon together in Virgo. Look how close they are, between 2 degrees. So get up early. Look, it'll be cool. All right, Monday. Monday, technically, the moon is still in Hasta at that moment, but just after Monday morning, it's going to be moving into Chitra. Chitra is ruled by Mars. The Mars nakshatras span between the Mercury signs and the Venus signs, which I think is a really interesting thing. I had a comment last week that planets don't rule nakshatras, so that could be a whole debate, but they haven't really told me why. So anyway, I feel that they do. I was taught that way, and I'm going under that assumption and principle. So on Monday, the moon is going to slide over into Libra, and then we're going to have our new moon, which is like really early on Monday morning, or I'm sorry, Tuesday morning, late Monday night, depending upon where you are in the world. So yeah, Monday, Moon and Venus are still together, not really close, but you still have that Virgo energy pretty strong. Virgo energy is let's get it done, let's figure it out, let's reorganize, let's communicate, let's tell me how you're feeling. So Sunday, Monday, Moon in Virgo. And then during Monday night, Moon is going to slip over the border into Libra. Okay, so Tuesday, here's Tuesday. We see it, the Moon and Sun there, almost at the same degree. That means new moon. That means the moment of the new moon. An aside, when the moon is waning and then coming into a new state, you can feel drained physically, mentally, because the moon rules the tides. Even in our body, there are tides. And so new moon times, we can feel a little drained, a little tired, a little like, hey, I need to sit down and figure out my next steps. So if Tuesday feels that way for you, use Tuesday as a strategy and planning session. Maybe you don't have to do all that much. But there's a lot of energy in Libra there. Look at that, 4 planets in Libra. So that's going to be Tuesday and Wednesday because the moon will be there the whole time. Sun doesn't love being in Libra. That's going to be all of this week. It's a debilitation thing. So the sun rules individuality and how am I different from everybody. And Libra is a community sign. It's a communal sign ruled by Venus. So Libra is more about how are we doing? How is everybody doing? And so sometimes when the sun gets into Libra, there's that friction between, well, what about me? What about me and what I need? I'm part of everybody. So you get that a little bit of a study when the sun goes into Libra. A me and you study, or an us and them study, or a me and them study can happen with a lot of Libra energy. I also consider Libra to be a very political sign. I think Venus is a political planet, my opinion. Okay, and I want to point out that we still have that exchange of signs going between Venus and Mercury for most of the week until Mercury moves to Scorpio. So that is a lot of energy. That's good energy. It's like, let's get it done energy. So just know that. Okay, so Tuesday, I'm going to click us forward. My next yoga class is coming soon. So I have to wrap our talk up here. Okay, so Wednesday, moon's still in Libra. And here's where I'm going to bring up Jupiter nakshatras again. Argue if you want. But a lot of the planets are in Jupiter-ruled nakshatras right now, which I think is a very interesting thing. Jupiter-ruled nakshatras span over between an air sign and a water sign. So there's 3 of those junctures in the zodiac. And I just think it's interesting that right this minute, Jupiter itself is in a Jupiter-ruled nakshatra, Punarvasu. By the way, Jupiter is exalted in Cancer as well, so it's a good sign for a Jupiter to be in. Mars and Mercury are in Vishaka nakshatra, which is ruled by Jupiter. By Wednesday, Thursday, so will the moon be. And then Saturn and Rahu are in a Jupiter-ruled nakshatra too, Purva Bhadra. So I feel like Jupiter-ruled anythings are expansive, positive, wise. So at this time, with so much going on in the world, I think the directive here is root down into the wisdom, root down to what you know is true and right. Trust your inner sense of moral compass and righteousness. No matter what the evidence on the outside is, like, you have to root down into what do you actually think? What do you feel is true, right, and good? So I think all of these planets in the Jupiter-ruled nakshatras are asking that of us. So anyway, Wednesday, we've got the moon still in that grouping in Libra, and it begins to wax, right? So it's got a higher degree than the sun, you can see there. So moon is waxing from Tuesday. Okay, let's go forward. Thursday, the 23rd. Thursday is Jupiter's day. Maybe make it a thing. So look at the Mercury and moon degrees here. They're ready to dive over into Scorpio, and they're going to do it together, pretty much. So this is Thursday. We're winding up our week. And I think things are going to start really feeling like they're changing as the week ends, because Mercury is going to move over into Scorpio. And then by next Sunday, Monday, the Mars is going to follow. And yeah, I just feel like things are actually going to start moving this week. All right, so I'm going to go up to Friday the 24th, which is a Venus day. Venus rules Fridays. So what you see there, this is the morning of Friday. The moon and Mercury are both in Scorpio. Moon moves faster, so that's why it's got a lot more degrees. But look at Mercury at 0 degrees 20 Scorpio. And then look at Jupiter up there in Cancer at 0 degrees 25. Jupiter has the ability to aspect all of the signs of the same element from where he is. So when he gets into Cancer, we're going to all get the Jupiter energy and benefits in all of the water signs, including Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. And so Jupiter extends aspects into those spots. And when he's at 0 degrees 25, he's hitting that Mercury when it just rolls over into the border, and it's hitting the Saturn up here. So yeah, this today with Saturn, Jupiter moving, I feel like we're going to get a little channel change in some way or another. So interesting. So all you water sign people out there, get ready. Tell me what happens for you. All right, one more day. Go forward into Saturday, the 25th. So next Saturday, Moon and Mercury still in Scorpio. Again, water sign energy. By the end of next week, I feel like we're going to maybe have some answers, maybe have a little more direction. I'm not saying everything's going to magically resolve by the end of the week, but I do feel like there's movement coming ahead. And with the waxing moon and Mercury changing signs, and look at Mars 2842. So the end of next Sunday, Monday, Mars will also join Mercury in Scorpio. So I feel like that's going to turn on a whole thing, because with Jupiter in Cancer, both Mars and Mercury in Scorpio, and an upcoming Mercury retrograde cycle. Yeah, I think we're gonna feel some difference with things. So that's what I've got for you today. I hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoy these videos. If you do, please subscribe or like them or share them. It does help me a lot. I really appreciate that. And I hope you have a good week. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you next time. Okay.